Hi, welcome to Knits Up. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as KnitterCNY. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as KnitterCNY, and you can find a podcast group on Facebook, and you can also find a podcast group on Ravelry. I'm going to do a quick podcast today. Today is Sunday, the 14th of November, 2021. And if you like what you see on this video, please do subscribe below and hit the bell. That'll let you know when I do post new episodes or new videos. So what I'm going to talk about today is a bunch of finished projects that I actually got done. Implying the word finished does imply that I did complete them. Sorry to bend down there. And also to show you a couple of projects in progress, one of which I started this morning. I finished a blanket to begin with. This is the basket weave blanket by Yarnspirations. You can find this pattern at yarnspirations.com. It's called the Bernat Basket Weave Blanket. I made it out of Bernat Baby Blanket, which is 100% polyester yarn. This is a super bulky yarn, and this is the third one of these I've made. I made one for my friend's college-age son. I made one for my friend. This one in Rosy Posy is for his mom. He paid for the yarn for this one by taking me out to dinner. So that was kind of nice. The three other things that I've completed this week are a hat out of Lion brand Thick and Quick. This is just a really simple hat on size 11 needles because I knit so loosely that instead of knitting on 13s, I knit on 11s, and it's just ribbing and then a little stockinette and a decrease at the top. This is the Elmira hat, and this color is showing up kind of peachy, but it is actually Syracuse orange. I do have an overhead light, so maybe that's why it's not showing up so much. And it does have cables on it. I really like this hat. It does fit, but it's going to be a charity hat. And then this is the Easy Rib Knit hat from Lion brand. It's a free pattern on their website, as is the Elmira hat. And this is out of Lion brand Hometown in the Syracuse orange colorway, because I live in Syracuse. And what else did I work on? I'm going to reach back here to my sock. So last night I went out to dinner and had chicken wings and a burger and fries. And about 2 o'clock this morning, my gallbladder decided to tell me that was not a good idea. Basically, I woke up in the middle of the night and had to sit up for a couple of hours. So while I sat up, I worked on a sock. And this is out of Peyton's Croy in Rusty Stripes. There's a rust color that is in there, trust me. I would never put these colors together, but somehow it works in some weird way. I'm using the double pointed needles that I got from yarnlane.com. They're Knit Pro double pointed needles. They're aluminum. These are better known as Knitter's Pride Zing in the United States. So they're the Zing needles. They're 100% aluminum. This is just a coating that's on there to do the red. There's not like an end cap or anything here. They're solid aluminum. And I switched from using a magic loop method for this toe in 2.25 to make this 2.5 millimeters, and that is making it go a whole heck of a lot faster. So that I'm going to put back on the shelf. And then the last thing that I started working on this morning, I saw on the Facebook feed from Yarn Inspirations that they featured a cowl that is called the Stone Mountain Cowl by Jewel Washington from North Knits. And this is a free pattern that is on the Yarn Inspirations website. They suggest using 2 skeins of Bernat Softy Chunky. I don't have 2 skeins of Bernat Softy Chunky, but Bernat Softy Chunky is a super bulky number 6 weight. What do I have that is number 6 bulky weight? Right there. See where it says 6 on that little yarn ball? It's reversed for you because of the camera. But I had 2 skeins of Wool Ease Thick and Quick in oatmeal. So I decided I was going to crochet myself a cowl. I don't know that it's for me. It's probably for a Christmas present for somebody. It's a super simple pattern that uses a size 9 millimeter hook. And I got this Knit Pro Waves 9 millimeter hook coincidentally in my yarnlane.com package that I ordered the other day, where I got the vintage tinsel sock yarn that I showed in another video. If you haven't seen that, it's called the Ollie's Yarn Haul and Yarn Lane unboxing video, and you can go see what vintage tinsel looks like. My neighbor is using a leaf blower out back, so I am going to cut this short and basically tell you this is what I'm doing. This is what I've done since this morning. This pattern takes 2 whole skeins and it is really super easy. It's half double crochet and a little bit of, there's a crochet crowd tutorial for this, so that when you do the joins here in the round, you know what you're doing. It's a super simple beginner pattern and it's super bulky weight yarn, so this would be a great Christmas present, or they suggested a charity present or a charity gift, because it only takes 2 skeins, and I'm using up some of the yarn in my stash that I don't want to entirely knit hats with, and it's going to be a cowl that you can either wear long like a scarf, or you can wrap it around a couple of times and have a nice cowl. So that's what I've done. You see some new yarn in the background. There's also a video for that. That's the Ollie's Yarn Haul. And I got a little bit more yarn last night. That's above me, but that's it's only a couple of cakes, she said, as she spent $15 more at Ollie's. I don't need any more yarn. I've got to use up what I've got, right? That's what we all say to ourselves. That's a little lie we tell ourselves. But I have used some yarn this year, so I'm replenishing what I've used up. But this should use up, I may do a couple of these because it took me an hour to go through 1 skein, and hopefully it'll take less time than that to do the 2nd skein. I'm about halfway through the 2nd skein, but I'm going to go out for a walk with a friend in a little bit and kind of keep an eye on things. Hopefully that will help a bunch, and I hope that you can find a quick craft to do. Again, this is the Stone Mountain Cowl by Jewel Washington from North Knits. At yarnspirations.com you'll find this. Have a great week, guys. I hope you go craft something. It is good for your mental health. And again, subscribe below if you want it, if you like what you saw in this video, and also hit the little bell button so that you can get my notifications. Bye-bye.